the new sound of Nova in 2023. Ben, Liam and Belle from 6 a.m.
How good is this? A couple of Adelaide legends are joining us as a part of Nova's all-new morning lineup. This is huge.
From 7 a.m, meet your newest mates.
Introducing Jodie and Andrew Hayes.
Hey!
Hello, my friends.
Ben, Liam and Belle from 6, Jodie and Hayesy from 7. More fun, more laughs. It's the new sound of Nova,
And it all starts now.
Yes, Adelaide, welcome to Thursday. It's the 12th of January. It's a hot one across Adelaide today, top of 36 degrees. But look, we're the new guys. And look, it's always hot in here in the studio because we're having fun.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know the temperature just rises, doesn't it?
I said every single time. I'm sweating. You?
Yeah. We went out on a school night last night.
We did. Oh.
Grandma had the kids for us, and we were like, you know what? Greg and I were like, let's bloody go and do it. Let's go and see Sam Smith.
Because Sam Smith, I mean, does it get much better? Soak this up if you don't mind, Jodes. It's just Sam Smith doing someone else's song
Yeah.
because he thought he'd give his own bangers a little bit of a rest for that particular moment.
I just hung around afterwards and I went up to Sam and I said, mate, that's Cyndi Lauper's gear. It's not yours.
He went, what? Since when?
He was like, no, that's the Sam Smith original.
Yeah.
No, it's not Sam. Someone else's.
It's like all those clowns that used to do cover songs back at the Lion back in the day.
Oh, what
I'll
idiot.
pretend that they were their own songs.
I can't begin to describe the scenes at Darrenberg last night. The cube was basically illuminated by the sun as it kind of descended over the vines, and Sam Smith was just front and centre there. It was beautiful.
Got to say, I was a bit of a fish out of water last night.
Why?
One, because it was a Wednesday night too. I've never been to Darrenberg.
I can't believe that. It's
Not
iconic.
overly a fancy type of operator.
I wouldn't have guessed that, mate, from
Yeah.
your Stussy T-shirt.
Standard operation, in particular on a Wednesday night. A bit of a stir fry was happening in the Hayes house. I probably would have flicked on the Big Bash, to be honest. So we really mixed things up last night. But geez, it was good. And I spent a lot of time with your husband as well, Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm
No,
sorry,
it
baby.
was side by side. He's a straight shooter, isn't he?
He really is.
And to paint the picture of just how good Sam Smith was. So they come out and they start singing.
Yeah.
And straight away, I'm like, this is just ridiculous. And your husband, Greg, goes,
Oh, no.
I reckon he's lip syncing. He is not lip syncing.
No.
They're
No.
just unbelievable.
No, it wasn't Britney at the entertainment centre. Back in 19, whatever it was, she was clearly lip syncing.
Absolutely. Look, we took a heap of listeners as well. It was a lot of fun. 13 24 10. If you had along last night, please get in touch with the show.
Kathy from Wollonga was at Sam Smith last night. Good morning, Kathy.
Morning, guys. You're killing it. I'm loving the morning show.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. That's so sweet.
I know you had an amazing night, but when we left, you were sort of waiting in a specific spot, just sort of loitering a little bit, hoping to meet Sam Smith. How did you go?
Oh, my God. We had the most amazing night, and we actually got to meet him and take photos and give him a cuddle.
Oh, my God.
It was amazing.
So-
It was the best night ever.
So
Thank
you
you so much, guys.
Your stalking paid off, Kathy.
It did.
Sometimes
It really
it
did. And he's so lovely. Like, he's the most loveliest person ever.
It was a beautiful night. I've got to say, it's not my standard Wednesday night.
No. It's
Not
not
but
anyone's
yeah.
standard Wednesday.
Was it just me? Even better in real life when you say them.
It really was better in real life. Hands down.
Well, Kathy, thank you so much. I'm so glad you had a great time.
Thank you guys so much.
Jodie and Hazy's Ask Us Anything.
Look, we're still getting to know each other and everyone. Our listeners, our beautiful audience. It's a tight-knit family here at Nova 919. And look, nothing is off limits because it's all about transparency.
Got to be open books. That's the thing about commercial radio, Hayesy, that you'll learn. You have to give of yourself. Otherwise, people won't get to know you and they won't like you.
Oh, wow. Good, solid, direct feedback. Is that a direct message from our boss, Ben Latimer?
No, it's not. Boss Ben. All right. So you can literally ask us anything in this segment. EP Sean has joined us. What do you got for us?
Good morning. And look, the listeners have been on our email, breakfast@nova919.com.au.
Yep.
They're asking the tough questions that all of Adelaide wants to know. Okay, so first question.
Yep.
Balfour's Frog Cake or a Farmers Union iced coffee?
Ooh, okay. Two iconic, delicious treats,
Yep.
South Australian treats. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say it's a frog cake for me.
A frog cake.
Yes.
Goodness me. You may as well take that frog cake and smear it straight onto my bottom because that's where it's ending up. Eventually. I just sit that little frog on my hip because that is where you're going to arrive.
Fun fact about a frog cake, it only weighs about 200 or 300 grams, but the calories that they somehow managed to jam in there, it's like the standard calories of something sugary that weighs about 5 or 6 kilos.
If my kid, Summer, was to eat that, this is a kid who, like sugar, it's like crack. So her pupils dilate and she just goes off her nurry.
She starts twitching.
It's quite exceptional to watch. But with every high, Andrew, comes the low, doesn't it?
Unfortunately.
So she'll peak and then she was... I'm a Farmers Union feel-good girl.
Really?
The feel-good iced coffee.
The healthy version.
The healthier version.
Okay.
I do enjoy it. I went through a phase where I was having one every single morning.
Yeah, okay.
I had to wean myself off it. It's a bit like my kid with sugar.
Still in that phase. Good news for you, Jodes. We have both for you to have straight after the show. So we'll get the highs and the lows.
So we're going to film that as well. So, you know, I think they call it content. Jodie's going to consume both really, really quickly as well.
No.
And then we can put you on the treadmill to burn off those calories for 4 to 6 hours.
All right, next question.
All right, next question. Now, like any good producer, I go home and I watch the news, so I literally sit there and watch both.
Yep.
Channel 10 News or Channel 7 News?
Come on. Come on. It's not even an option, is it?
I agree. Jode, I know you're saying it's Channel 7. Nah. Well, go on. Give us a go.
It's first at 5, isn't it? So if you want to get your news first.
I'll tell you what, sometimes it's not better to go early. Sometimes you got to wait and really pace yourself. And that's what we do at Channel 7.
Speaking from experience.
We've been done, a friend of mine. Look, I got 2 words for you.
Yeah, what?
Rosanna Mangiarelli,
Oh, okay then.
the queen of this town.
Okay.
We've got her.
We know how you feel about Rosanna, but I will say to that, we're back, baby. 10 News first. We're local. Kate Freeban fronting up the... We're coming back to Adelaide. Kate Freeban.
You back?
Yep.
Where'd you go?
Tiff Warren. Tiff Warren heading up the weather.
Yeah, who is an absolute darling of Adelaide.
Oh, she was showing me her promotional photos yesterday, and she's like, I just can't choose. I look stunning in all of them.
Yeah. I was about to say, I bet she looked awful. Never taken a bad photo in her life.
In her whole entire existence. Yeah, so that's an easy one. Let's go to Abby in the newsroom to be, well, obviously we're biased, so...
ABC. I must say, I am back living with mum and dad since I moved back, and they always have Channel 9 on. So I'm going to have to... Yeah, they're a Tommy Wren fan. Dad loves Tom Wren.
Of course.
who isn't?
Who doesn't?
Yes, and
But
make you
yeah.
laugh. And you go, He also is an Adelaide gift.
You're a Tommy Wren fan.
Oh, who isn't?
You love Tom.
I'm
Can't
a
keep-
warm-blooded male. How could I not be?
Can't keep your hands off him. It's actually disturbing to watch. All right, go on then.
All right, our next question. Who's the worst person you've ever interviewed?
Hugh Grant.
Wow.
Horrible.
Was he all fumbling?
No, it wasn't even... He just
Was it
didn't...
charming like in Notting Hill?
No, so obviously they make movie stars do publicity, and he just hated everything about it. And I was like, it was literally chuck your pen in the air. Right, you don't want to be here. Just bugger off, Hugh.
Yeah, show some respect, Hugh, particularly when we get caught frolicking with the lady of the night.
Oh, jeez.
You're not allowed to be rude.
Let's bring up a misdemeanour that happened in 1994.
Yeah.
Christ, people make mistakes, mate.
Oh, goodness me. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Hugh Grant just turning up to the ladies of the night near your house.
In my house.
And Hayesy,
Hugh,
what about you?
blah, blah, blah.
What about you?
So we interviewed, this is ages ago, the front man of Bliss and Esso.
Oh, yeah.
And he just was not up for it.
Yeah.
And it got to the stage where it was an Adelaide-based interview. I said, oh, mate, do you guys hang around or you speak much with the Hilltop Hoods because they're obviously the kings of Adelaide? And his response was, oh, here it is. Yep. Knew the Hilltops question was coming. Very obvious. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
So you don't hang out with the Hilltop Hoods?
And also, when was your last hit at Bliss and Esso?
Also, Craig McDermott.
Oh, yeah.
Craig McDermott got inducted to the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame, and I said, "What was if you had to choose one? What's the highlight of your career?" And he said, "Oh, good one." Really? Is that not a half reasonable question, Craig?
It's a decent question.
Oh, there you go.
I love it. And last question for this morning. We are running out of time. We know that you both have Zoe and I saved in your phones as the best producers that you've ever had, which is fine. What do you have each other saved in your phones as?
I've got you under Big Jodes. That's a joke. That is a joke. It's too late to press dump, but I do not.
Okay. Okay.
Promise.
All right. Well, I've got you as Hayes dog.
I must have done that. That's somewhere in between Hayesy and Mad Dog, which I'm rooting for. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I actually don't have you saved in my phone yet. Oh. I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding. It's just JODIE. It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll change it to Big Jodes.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. JODIE'S Juice.
Really good synopsis of this segment. Gwen Stefani, who was born to an Italian-American father and an Irish-American mother in California, has claimed in a bizarre new interview that she's Japanese. Sure she is. Despite having absolutely zero ethnic ties to the country, she's sung about being Japanese a lot. Have a listen to this.
I was able to identify about 6 words from that.
That's good. Well done.
Oh.
You're coming along.
So how does that mean that she was already identifying as Japanese?
So she revealed that she visited the district of Harajuku before releasing her now controversial Harajuku Lovers collection in 2004. And now she's realised that she's apparently Asian. She said in the interview, "My God, I'm Japanese and I didn't know it."
Just a little bit of an identity crisis.
Yeah, but you know what the kicker is? The interviewer was Asian.
So she's like, well, you get it.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, you understand. If you could be any other nationality in the world, in the whole globe, who would you be?
Do you know what? We were just trying to have a quick conversation with this off air, and I thought, well, what about if you're Spanish? They seem to be very much well loved. I'm going to say a New Zealander.
A New Zealander?
Everyone loves the Kiwis, don't they?
Kiwi.
Yeah.
You're beach Des, bro.
Oh, beach dads. It's very deceptive.
I'd be Swedish because I just want to be like there is no one ugly in Sweden.
No, that's true.
I just want to be uber hot. Abby, in the newsroom, what nationality would you be, Dal? Oh, we can't hear her.
Oh.
Oh, she wants to be.
Can you hear me now? See,
here we
this
are.
is why you shouldn't go out on school nights, because you can't do your job the next day. I would want to be like Fijian or something.
Oh yeah, because they're so beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
and chilled
gorgeous.
and relaxed. Yeah, I love that.
It's a very good place to relax.
Yeah, Fiji. Naomi Osaka has pulled out of the Australian Open, and now we know it's for a very good reason. The 25-year-old has revealed she's expecting.
Oh, congratulations to her.
Instagram post on Thursday. She said, I know I have so much to look forward to in the future. One thing I'm looking forward to is for my kid to watch one of my matches and tell someone, that's my mum. Ha ha. So she doesn't say who the dad is in the post, but we all assume it's her longtime boyfriend and rapper Corday. Are you familiar with Corday?
I'm not actually familiar with Corday's work, but here he does he spits some very, very good rhymes.
Okay.
By all reports. This might sound controversial.
Oh, okay. Hang on. This makes me nervous. Go.
Naomi Osaka, very, very notable for basically being drilled into being a professional athlete from the age of about 2 months old.
Yes.
Will the kid go down the same path?
Oh, who's to
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe she doesn't, because she's been through that experience. She wouldn't want to put her own child through it.
Because it's a different... people think, oh, it's just the glamorous life of Naomi Osaka. And then what we've learnt is that she didn't have a normal childhood at all.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So
then
it's
I would
quite
presume she
intriguing for me.
wouldn't do that to her own kid. I would say that. Speaking of tennis, Thanasi Kokkinakis had a win at the Adelaide International, defending his title last night. Had a little tantrum, though. Have a listen.
What do you mean, how do you know? Are you hearing how loud that is? I'm waiting for them to stop jeering against
You
me.
have to start them.
No, that's a terrible call. What are you doing? You're just trying to get involved. I'm waiting for them to stop. I was literally telling you to stop bullying, and now you're giving me a time violation.
Go get him, Thanasi.
And some breaking celebrity news right about now. And it's no big deal. I don't want you to make like a really big deal of it. But I met Eddie Bartholomew from Sunrise at Sam Smith last night. She just followed me on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah.
She just followed me, Hayesy.
She met all of us, actually.
Yeah, she follow you?
Check your phone, Sean. I just checked mine. Did you get a follow?
You're going to follow too?
Oh, what? I didn't.
Oh, no. I followed her.
Oh,
It's a really, really big difference.
I'm just going to be honest with you, brutally honest with you.
It's good. Good, brutal, honest feedback's good.
When I got this new gig and everyone was like, oh, who are you doing it with? I was like, not Soda. And then I was like, it's Andrew Hayes.
And they say, who?
And people go, what? Who's he? What's he about? And so I just think it's really important to shine a spotlight on you and let our listeners get to know you better. And there's no way better to do that than to get some little kiddies to ask you some questions.
Oh, to ask the tough questions, the hard questions that adults aren't brave enough to ask.
Exactly. Got 3 questions for you. Here's the first one.
Hi, Hayesy. It's Willow. Why don't cats wear shoes?
Why don't cats wear shoes?
Willow wants to know why cats don't wear shoes.
It's a really, really good question.
And you know when someone says it's a really, really good question, do you know why they're saying that? Because they don't know the freaking answer.
Do you know what I think, though?
What?
Cats are so arrogant that they believe there's no shoe on the planet that will make them look better. I genuinely believe that. In fact, they recently ran a poll and asked 1,000 cats what shoe would improve their look.
Yeah.
And they all unanimously answered, you can't improve perfect.
Oh.
Did you see what I did there? Perfect.
I
wasn't going to go there, but then I did. And meow, I'm embarrassed. Does that answer your question?
Yep, I think so. But I think if a cat was to wear a shoe, and I don't want to answer this question for you, it'd be a Birkenstock.
Yeah, it would too.
Cats are the only animal on the planet that can pull off a Birkenstock.
That is so true.
And that supersedes humans as well.
Yeah. I got a cat called Houston, and he's a Burmese. Every time I see him, I say, hey, Huey, how are you? And he goes, better than you. Every single time. Right, you arrogant cat. Why do we even talk? And he struts off like he's on a catwalk.
Like it's like, and their little butts just sort of wiggle, don't they, as they walk off, like
as if to say, "You want this?"
Yeah, like cop a load of this.
Yeah.
As I just.
Sorry, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good.
Do you want another one?
Next question.
Hi, Hayesy. This is Hannah. I want to know if butterflies remember when they were caterpillars.
Ooh.
Butterflies remember being caterpillars.
That's a really good question.
Do you know what? Most butterflies actually can't remember what a day it even was before.
Yeah, right.
Butterflies notorious for being raging alcoholics. Did you know that? That is a true story. So a bit of a heads up as well.
Oh.
If you match on a dating app with a butterfly and he suggests going for a drink, he's going to try and turn it into a bender. So just be wary. So, in the short answer is no, they don't remember much.
See, that surprises me because they're very fluent with their movement. They're very graceful. But they're blind. Is that what you say?
Well, what I'm saying is that have you ever seen a butterfly fly in a straight line? You haven't, have you?
No.
They fly all over the place.
What's the drink of choice for a butterfly?
Oh, jeez. I mean, it starts with just a little shardy.
Yeah.
And then they ended up going real loose and bringing it back to 2005 and it's agua bombs. That's when you know. I'll just start with an agua bomb. Oh, these bloody butterflies. So there you go.
Well answered.
One more question?
Yeah, go on then.
Hi, Hayesy. It's Willow. What sea creature can attack and win over a blue whale?
Oh, blue whale. Is blue whale the biggest?
Go back to the question. What was the question?
What sea monster can successfully defeat a blue whale?
No one. It's the biggest mammal in the ocean.
There is one, actually.
Is it?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Yeah, he's a little fella. It's an eel. Eels are the most disgusting creatures that have been put on this planet.
Yes.
Just picture an eel right now. They are just... I mean, it is a sea monster.
Yeah.
Let's just establish that first and foremost.
Okay.
It's a tail. It's a head with a tail.
Yeah.
That's what an eel is.
Nothing in between?
There's nothing in between. It's a head swimming around with a tail. So even blue whales are like, yuck. I want nothing to do with that.
You're gross.
So just for a fun fact as well, if you're ever having an argument with someone you really want to offend them, this is the height of offending someone, is saying if you're a sea creature, I reckon you'd be an eel. Oh, gosh, that hurts my soul. I'm a head with a tail. Great.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
Yes, let's take a little trip down memory lane for this day, Thursday, the 12th of January. It's 2023, but let's go back to 1964. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos was born. And didn't he go on to do some things?
You think?
I think Amazon goes all right, doesn't it?
I mean, it ticks along. It pays the mortgage.
Your shout, Jeff.
It doesn't matter to me whether we're pure internet. What matters to me is we provide the best customer service. Internet, schminternet.
1965, Doctor Who began on television in Australia on ABC in Perth. Doctor Who is an institution.
That freaked me out, that show.
Yes, particularly at the start with the tunnel.
Oh, No, yeah, that bit, and all those Daleks running around. Exterminate.
What was that?
Exterminate.
I haven't seen it enough to know what you're talking about, but I trust you. I trust you're heading in the right direction. 2003, Margaret Court Arena became the new name of Show Court number 1 at Melbourne Park. 1993, Zayn Malik was born. Isn't he a bit dreamy?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a bit up himself, I think.
Oh, excuse me?
Well, when he released his song from One Direction, he was like, well, this is the biggest selling song on the planet. There's a little bloke called Harry Styles that might have outdone you, Dale.
Yeah, Harry's really landed on his feet, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
What about Liam?
Where's he gone?
I'm not sure about Liam, what he's doing. Not a whole heap. And in 1939, the temperature recorded was 46.1 degrees in South Australia on this day. That's cooking.
Oh, 46. You don't need that.
No, and if TV was around back then, all the experts would get on there and say, make sure you keep your fluids up. So they always do around this time of year. And the number 1 song in 2008 was Low by Flo Rida, featuring T-Pain. I know you're a fan.
What a belter. Did I do some work in a nightclub with this song?
What a fan. On Jodie and Hayesy. We'll leave that visual with you as well.
Well, Hayesy, we've had some high-profile guests on the show all week. We've got 2 more. Interestingly, these 2 are carpooling on their way into work together. Please say good morning to Channel 9's Kate Collins and Brenton RAGLESS. Hi, guys.
Hello. Congratulations on the new gig, guys. Happy New Year.
Oh, thanks, Ray. You too. We can't skip past that. Is this a regular thing? You guys travel to work together, and who's saving whose money? Who's driving?
Yeah, correct. It's a cost-saving measure, and of course, I'm the furthest one out, so I'm always having to pick Kate up on the way, and it's crazy.
I don't know how that's saving petrol, but sure.
Well, this is interesting because you two must be really tight because Hayesy doesn't even have a car at the moment. He's riding his bike to work, but do you think I've offered to pick him up?
Mm.
Give it time, Jodie.
Yeah, I know. And I've offered to take Jodie on the back of my bike, but she said no.
Yeah. What's wrong with a dinky?
Or one of the child seats on the front. Is that what it is?
Yes, exactly. It's an underused word, the dinky, isn't it, Kate?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I don't think I've said that since I was probably 8, but that's okay.
That dinky and spokey dokies.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. They were the best. I never had them. I think that's some trauma for me.
But no, and they were the days without helmets too. Like you could get a dinky ride on the way home without helmets. Can you believe it?
Yeah, things have slightly changed these days.
You could also, around that era, sort of smoke 78 durries in the car with your children in the back as well, and they were unrestrained.
I'm glad things have progressed.
Hey, Brenton, I hate to do this to you, but I think you know what's coming here. It would just be absolutely criminal of us not to ask you to do a Coke opening can impersonation before we let you go, surely.
You know me well, actually, and I've been well rehearsed in this because we did our first visit to go and see family post-pandemic over in Melbourne. We haven't seen them for a few years, so we did a big cousins catch-up. And that was the number 1 requested sound effect, actually, the opening of the Coke can. And I apologise because I'm sitting pretty close to Kate, and it involves quite a bit of, bit of spitting, actually. So just bear with me, okay, for a second. Here we go. Wait for it.
That'll do.
Probably more a visual thing than it is for radio.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm really excited for you guys. It's a brand new year, brand new era for you guys. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that impression. And if you're going to make Brenton do an impression, then I clearly have to make you do your Tom Wren, who's the sports reader on Channel 9. Can you give us a bit of Rennie to take us out?
Oh, thanks, Kate. Oh, thanks, Brenton.
That is
Nailed it.
Oh, well done.
We had a little conversation yesterday where I sort of out of nowhere just tried to claim that Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroeger,
well done,
frontman of Nickelback, were still together.
As opposed to Chad Kroeger, like Freddie.
Which I think, cousin of Freddie. He is not. And they're not together either. You correctly informed me quite aggressively. But still, you were correct.
It wasn't aggressive.
You were spitting some venom.
Some venom.
No, you were very confident to say that they weren't together, and you were right.
Absolutely. Another thing I will say to you aggressively, if that's what you call it, is Nickelback. I don't understand why people put them down.
They shouldn't.
Great band.
Really
Great
good band.
songs. And I'm going to take this a step further. I'm going to say one of their songs, which is Remind Me, it's the greatest lead into a chorus that you'll ever hear of any song ever. Can you play it?
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
Yeah, and you start jumping around. It's a good song. Look, they don't deserve the stick that they get, Nickelback.
I don't understand how they got a bad rap.
I mean, for one stage as well, I was growing my hair down to my shoulders and I grew a goatee. In the spirit of Chad.
How'd that go for your singing career?
Not too well, actually. I couldn't get a look in with Avril Lavigne. No.
It's weird, that.
Hey, Jodes, can we play this?
Yeah.
New little segment. We're going to call it Are They Still Together?
Okay.
Okay, off the back of that.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw a couple of examples at you. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
I mean, he's my favourite person. So yeah, truly.
I understand why.
Sonny and Fife, and just love hanging out.
They're so good together.
That's so lame. As if, like Nicole and Keith, of course they're still together.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Was that an easy one, was it?
That's so easy.
Okay, well, let's take it up a notch. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker.
What's happening with you and Devin Booker?
He's my boyfriend.
You're together.
Yeah.
Here's my boyfriend. And just remember as well, the Kardashian curse, by all reports, is still very much alive. So if you're a professional athlete, do not go anywhere near a Kardashian because it will end your career effectively.
It ruins NBA careers, doesn't it? Devin Booker, what's he do? Who's he about?
He plays for the Phoenix Suns in the NBA. Right. Come on. D-Book.
D-Book. I'm going to say they're still together.
Oh, it's interesting you should say that. People magazine reports that the model, 27, quietly split from the Phoenix Suns NBA star after their demanding careers got in the way of their romance.
Stop right there. What does Kendall do? What's demanding about her career? Tell me what she does for a living.
She is a professionally good-looking person. I'm professionally good-looking. She does a good job at it, though.
Yeah.
Good for her. Devin Booker, though, I could understand him putting his basketball career above getting cursed by a Kardashian.
Yeah,
so well done to him.
That's very true.
Okay. This one, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds.
I want to thank my wife, Blake, who is sitting right there, who is everything to me. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Ooh, okay.
They are still very much the cutest couple on the planet, and if they ever split up, I will lose faith in humanity, in love, in romance, and in togetherness.
Well, it's funny you should say that because just the other day they announced that, yes, they are still very much together. I do like how they like to give each other a lot of shtick on social media as well.
It's funny, isn't it?
It is funny.
Yeah.
Blake takes it very well when Ryan decides to post an awful photo of her too.
No, if that was my husband, I'd punch him in the face.
So I think Blake must be built a little bit different.
Blake knows innately, though, she's one of the most gorgeous women on the planet, so she's good with it.
Yeah. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas.
You are now Mrs. Jonas.
Well, yes.
No, you got married.
I did get married.
Yes, I'm not making this up.
No, you're not.
There you go. Your little brain is rattling around right now, looking for some answers.
So I just remember, I recall that when they got married, it was very, it was quite religious and very prim and proper. And so I'm going to say they meant till death do us part. They meant it, and they're still together.
Okay. What's very interesting you should say that. They are together, very happily married. They have 2 kids.
So good at this game.
There you go. Love, I think what we can take from this is love is still very much alive in the Hollywood Hills.
Love's the winner, isn't it?
Nothing will ever go wrong in the Hollywood Hills when it comes to love. Unless you're dating a Kardashian. Time now for all the top Hollywood and trending goss you need for your day. Let's get into JODIE'S juice.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge.
JODIE'S juice.
Well, the Duke of Sussex appeared in front of an audience for the first time as he joined host Stephen Colbert on The Late Show, which is a pretty massive show in the US, I do believe.
Yeah, it's big time.
Prince Harry discussed a range of topics from Spare, his book, which we've got right here. We've got copies to give away a little bit later. $59.99 I see from Dimmicks.
That's a nice little saving because this is the hottest book on the planet. It is so juicy.
Yes, he also talked about serving in the British Army, his memories of the late Queen Elizabeth II, life with Meghan in California. And this is a good one. And I'm really interested in your feedback on this, Andrew Hayes, how his manhood got injured during a trek to the North Pole, which left Colbert gobsmacked.
Oh, dear.
Ever suffered a really severe injury like that? to
Yeah,
that region?
I've dropped a dumbbell in an area I shouldn't have before, and so it really jammed it. Oh, I'm going to go into unbelievable description here. It really jammed it and caused a bit of an injury. And if you didn't know any better and there wasn't a backstory, you'd think that I was up to all sorts of things and it was some kind of a hideous STD. It wasn't. It was a weights room related accident. You've got to be careful these days. You can't be too careful. In fact, when you go to the weights room, just leave it at home. Leave the old fella at home. Attach him back when you get back.
You know how Stephen Colbert was gobsmacked? So am I, mate.
Yeah. It happens, though. It happens.
Does it?
Anyway, let's move along, shall we?
Okay. Naomi Osaka has pulled out of the Australian Open, and it turns out it's for a very good reason. The 25-year-old has revealed she's expecting on an Instagram post. She said, I know that I have so much to look forward to in the future. One thing I'm looking forward to is for my kid to watch one of my matches and tell someone, that's my mum. It's a really interesting one for women, isn't it, who are at the top of the professional sports game, to go, do I have children now? Or do I put it off for later and then perhaps run the risk that, like it doesn't happen? I don't know. It's a difficult dilemma that most male sportsmen never, well, not most, all of them, never have to face.
I don't know any male sportsmen that have had babies that have missed 9 months because they're giving birth to a baby.
Yeah.
So do you know a quick example? And I watched my wife give birth. I've watched her give birth twice. And I go, first of all, that's not a natural process.
Nope.
That shouldn't be happening. That's unbelievably crazy that the body can do that.
It is the most natural thing in the world.
Oh, my God. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I just don't feel like it felt like a natural process. I was lightheaded the whole time.
Oh, you poor thing. You okay?
But then, so for example, Jess Stenson, an absolute sweetheart of Adelaide,
Marathon runner.
has her baby, comes back, and is better than she's ever been. She's unbelievable. Like, she's in the form of her life.
But I have spoken to her about having a baby and then coming back to marathon running, and she was literally like, it was way harder than I thought it was ever going to be.
Yeah.
And yet she's incredible.
I mean, the feedback post baby is always, it's hard to sometimes not go to the toilet. Okay, Jess, go run a marathon and win a Commonwealth Games gold medal.
Yeah. Try and hold that in for 42 kilometres.
It's not a bad effort, is it?
Yeah. I mean, as a woman who's played netball post having 4 babies, it's a thing. Jennifer Coolidge from White Lotus, she's from White Lotus, but she's better known as Stifler's mum from American Pie, won a Golden Globe yesterday.
She deserves it too.
And then she was hit up in an interview afterwards. Have a listen.
Let's get to her as soon as we can. Just give us a bit of a crutch of what she said, though.
Oh, so she was asked about her dream role. So you don't have it, do you?
Don't have the audio.
Oh, jeez.
All good. We'll get to that, though, ASAP. Running along very smoothly here on Nova 919. The boss is listening too, by the way.
This might be my first tantrum.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be interesting.
I've warned everyone in this building who thinks I'm quite nice that I will turn on a dime.
Yes,
And
what's happening behind the scenes?
This might be the moment.
Oh, gosh.
Where is it?
Nova family, pray for me.
The hottest book on the planet is Prince Harry Spare. It's gone #1 on Amazon already. I've got a copy here in my hands. It's $59.99 from Dimmicks. So she's not cheap. So we thought, you know what? Let's give some copies away. We've got heaps of them.
Got to earn them, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
It's the motto of the show.
Yeah, nothing's for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's just comes with a giant compliment to us. Got to earn it.
Got to attach that before you get anything for free. Let's play a little game of Secret or Spare. This is how it rolls out. I'm going to read a line from a book. You have to tell me if it's from Prince Harry's book Spare or from Kim Kardashian's book Secret Scandals and Her $1 Million Empire.
How was that book from Kim K?
I haven't read it, to be honest. It's not something high on my list of things to do.
You didn't prep last night and read the whole book?
No, can't say I did. I can't wait to read Spare, though. All right, so 132410. If you would like a copy of Prince Harry's Spare, get involved in this little game. Wesley from O'Sullivan's Beach, good morning.
Morning, Jodie and Hayesy.
Hello. Okay, I'm going to read you a line from a book. You have to tell me if it's from Prince Harry's book or Kim Kardashian's book Secrets.
Yep.
Okay. The whole gang was there, and in between cake and cocktails, they said how different I seemed again. Spare or Secrets?
Oh.
It's tough.
It goes Spare.
spare.
Ooh, there you go. Well
The
played.
whole gang was there. And in between cake and cocktails, they said how different I seemed. Again.
Just makes sense that Harry and the royal family would enjoy cake and cocktails, wouldn't they? Stock
Wesley,
standard.
right off the next 48 hours, you've got a copy of Prince Harry's book spare. Well
Very
done.
nice. Good
Okay,
job.
Let's go to Kelly from Elizabeth Downs. Hey, Kel. You there, Kel?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, here we go. Someone else in the Los Angeles area was receiving her first taste of celebrity around the same time. Secrets or spare?
Secret.
Yes! Yes, Kel.
Well done, Kelly.
Got a copy spare. Good job.
Very good.
All right, Kayla, Manopara, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Okay, here we go. He also instilled another dinner tradition, the peak and the pit. Each member of the family would go around the dinner table and would discuss the high and low of their day. Is that from Prince Harry's spare?
And do you imagine it in Prince Harry's voice as well?
Totally.
Thinking maybe the Kim Kardashian book?
People are so good at this, Hayesy.
Yeah. Does that mean everyone has actually read Kim Kardashian's book? Are you a fan, Kayla?
I'm not, but my mum is.
Of course she is.
All right, okay, let's go to Ange. Hey, Ange.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very
Welcome.
well, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. I poured a glass of water for myself and one for him as well. I handed it to him. I don't think he took a sip.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one, isn't it?
Isn't it? What do you reckon, Ange?
Ooh, I reckon that's Kim Kardashian.
Oh, Ange, you're the first
it's so
person.
hard. I mean, it's anyone. Everyone drinks water.
That's
Yep.
first person to get it wrong. I'm so sorry.
No, sorry. Okay, let's go to Emilio from Mawson Lakes. Your chance to win a copy of Prince Harry's spare. Here we go. He whipped out his phone.
Well, I just don't know where he went. Goodness me, I just got a little bit unravelled. Continue.
Unusual pause after he whipped out, wasn't there? And followed her to the deli counter, snapping away while she looked at the turkey. F the turkey, she thought, hurrying to the checkouts.
Oh, I reckon that's Kanye following Kim. I reckon that's Kim Kardashian's secret.
Emilio!
He whipped out his phone and followed her to the deli counter, snapping away while she looked at the turkey. F the turkey, she thought, hurrying to the checkouts.
None of that seems like someone from the royal family, does it?
No, none of it does. None of it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Emilio, but thanks for playing.
That's all right. Thanks anyway.
What was that? 3 from 5. Not bad.
3 from 5. All good, though. Just touch up on your Kim Kardashian book knowledge.
That's the key takeaway from this segment.
Do you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
No, thanks.